I'm gonna order him. Okay, we're ready to start. Did the timer start? Right. Nice. So, welcome to A Link Between Worlds. This is like kind of a spiritual successor to A Link to the Past. It looks like it feels like it in some ways, and the overworld is pretty much the same. But there's many differences, many mechanical differences mainly. But we start like in A Link to the Past. We just wake up from our dream. But instead of an uncle, we have Gali. Say hi to Gali, the best character in the game. The start is fairly slow. We have 2 minutes of basically text mashing. So if you have any donation, you can read now. I don't have much stuff to talk right now.
Sadly, we have no donations at the moment.
Great. Okay, so plot intro. We are blacksmith apprentices. Sorry, talking is hard. And we're gonna go do apprentice things, I guess. These are weather vanes. They are save points and warp points. We have to save here. It's mandatory, but I'm gonna skip all other saves. Okay, coming here, we're gonna see the captain of the Hyrule Royal Guard. He's come to this to pick up a shield and a sword, but he's gonna forget the sword, so we have to deliver it to him. As said, we're not gonna do that. Okay, instead of going to deliver the sword, we're gonna take a bit of a detour and go to Death Mountain. You normally can't go to Death Mountain. You have to clear some stuff first and get the power glove. But we're gonna skip the power gloves using a trick that is called power glove skip. So this game looks 2D and plays 2D actually, but the fixes are in 3D. So we can abuse that for many skips. The first one is coming here. We're gonna use this scroll here. Whoa, I failed. Nice. That's a great way to start a marathon. Okay. That's not a hard trick, I swear. Okay, so we have to survive this cave and get as close to 10 rupees as possible. We need at least 10. And I'm probably gonna need some hearts because I'm really low on health. Thank you. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna get too many rupees, so I'm gonna have to farm. Okay, so here's Death Mountain. We can't do anything here because we can't use any items, or we can use the sword either. So we're just gonna get a weather vane. Recycle? Nope. Okay, so I got really bad RNG on rupees. I'm gonna farm them on the right here. I'm relying on falling rocks, and they are being slow. And they failed. Okay, I have 10 rupees. And now I die. Dying in this game is really bad, but I don't have any items, so I don't care. This unlocks Rabio's shop. the full shop instead of just the bow. That would be the first step on the shop. So we can use this to get some items. The first item, if you don't have enough rupees for it, it's completely free. So I'm going to get the fire rod. That is 100 rupees. And then buy the bow because I need the bow. Okay, now it's time to go deliver the sword, for real. We're gonna go to Hyrule Castle and then to Sanctuary. It's just some story stuff. So if you actually have donations now, you can read it.
Sadly, we still don't have any donations. We are only $334 away from having raised $40,000. Come on, guys, donate.
You are really bad at donating. Please donate, chat. Okay, shoutouts to Dampe. You may know him from Ocarina of Time. He does literally nothing here. By the way, fun fact, I'm playing this in English and it's the fastest language for no reason at all. I used to play this in Spanish for my first runs, and Dampe has like, I think, 8 slow text boxes right here, so it loses a lot of time just from language. Also, fun fact, Japanese is almost as low as the language, right behind Korean. Okay, there are 50 easy rupees here, so I'm gonna get all of them. 20 here, and we're gonna go into a cave. We're gonna get the lamp here, and this unlocks the first item slot, so we can start using items now. I can barely see the top screen right now, so I hope I don't bump into any enemies. Sorry, I don't know how to talk. There's 5. Wow. I'm gonna get 10 extra rupees, so that's okay. Hopefully these ghosts will be better. Yeah, that was good RNG, so I'm gonna make up for the bad Power Glove skip. Here we're gonna meet Yuga, the bad guy in the game. Except not, we're gonna skip the cutscene. So, hi Yuga. And now here comes a pretty normal cutscene. Nothing unusual about it.
We have a donation if that's okay.
I mean, yeah, but there's 2 reviews as well. You can read it.
Okay, it's a very short one. It's a $5 donation from Anonymous that simply says, okay.
Okay. So, there's 2 reviews. Don't question it. They are just there. One of them is like a statue. He's not gonna move in this cutscene. But after that, the one we're talking to is the one that will basically do nothing. Also, Ravi is gonna ask us nicely to just borrow the house for a shop. Of course, he already has the shop, so this is pretty pointless. And here I'm gonna buy the most broken item in the game, the tornado rod. It pushes you upwards, and that's pretty broken apparently. You're gonna see why. And finally, we can go and do our first dungeon, Eastern Palace. You're supposed to go to the castle, talk to Zelda, then try to go to Eastern Palace, get stopped, then go back, buy the bow, and then you can go. But because we skip basically everything, we can just go there. Also, you're supposed to have a stamina bar. We also skip that, so we go completely blindly. You can't spam arrows or bombs or nothing infinitely. There's like a stamina, and it regens every 15 seconds, so just have that in mind. It's not too hard. So I have to go fast here to get a cycle. And I got it.
Time for some donations?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, people are just throwing their money at us here now. So we have a $50 donation from Anonymous. It says, never fear, Herreteman. Never played this particular Zelda game, but it looks great. Thanks for running it. And we also have another anonymous $50 donation. Mr. Face McShooty, I can't be bothered to make an account or put this towards anything, but happy to support the cause. Thank you very much for that.
Did you just call me Face McCutie?
I think they called you Mr. Face McShooty, yes.
No, Shooty. Cutie? No, I'm pretty ugly. You lied. Sorry.
That could be for a second stream thing. We also have a $15 donation from Mergy saying, no donations to read. Much sad. Take my rupees.
Okay. Now we're going to have the first major skip other than Power Glove skip, which is Eastern Palace Bosky skip. It's pretty inconsistent, so if I can get it fast, it will be nice. I'm going to lure these armors here to the left. Okay, I have to wait now. Thanks. I'm going to get hit here and do this. And now I'm out of bounds. Oops. Nice equip. And I can just go into the boss. We're going to meet Yuga here and Osfala. Don't worry about Osfala, he doesn't matter. He has an item that we don't really need. He's gonna turn into a painting, and now we fight Yuga. Yuga's pretty easy. We're just gonna abuse some cycles on him.
Do we have time for another donation?
Go ahead.
That's fine. We have a $20 donation from Anonymous saying, love these speedrun marathons. Thanks for the entertainment and good luck to all the runners. We are now just $52 away from having reached 40K. Come on, somebody donate money, please.
Notch, please.
Okay, now we have the, let's call it main gimmick of the game, merge. You can go into walls, so if you've ever watched A Link to the Past glitch runs, it's basically the same. You go into walls and walk in them. The Eastern Palace Escape has a lot of rupees, so I'm gonna get at least 320 for the rest of the run. And I shouldn't need any more rupees, assuming I don't die or something. Here's 50. You normally wouldn't get this in, let's call it a fast route. I have a route that is 2 seconds lower, kinda, so I get that. And we're done with Eastern Palace. Here's Sahasrara. He's supposed to send us to Eastern Palace, but we didn't meet him. So this is the first time we're meeting him, and he's gonna talk about a lot of stuff that we don't really care about. Funny thing about this, You're supposed to meet Zelda before this, and she gives you the Pendant of Courage that you are not supposed to know is the Pendant of Courage, but we didn't do that. And instead, Osvala is gonna, not Osvala, Sahasvala is gonna tell us that we have the Pendant of Courage because Zelda gave it to us, apparently. So it's a nice time paradox. We got the pendant before we were supposed to, or after we were supposed to, if that makes any sense.
On the road to 40K, we have another $15 donation from Anonymous. It says, Mr. Face McShooty was my Twitch name. I just can't be bothered to make an account on the Speedrun website. Well, thank you for your donation anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna buy the hammer and bombs. The only items I need to complete Hyrule. Hammer is 20 rupees instead of the normal 50. Oh, that was a Rabio joke, by the way. You have 10% chance on, 10% chance or something like that to get a joke. It's like 1 or 2 text boxes. It's a nice time loss. Oh yeah, there are 2 Rabios. Did I mention that? If anybody wants an explanation, I can give it. But I will probably have to make it on the spot. I have like a pastebin with 50 different theories for double Rabio. So here's Irene. Irene is a witch, and he's gonna give us, not he, sorry. She's gonna give us the bell that lets us warp. She's the best character in the game, by the way. The best sage, the best waifu, and she's really, really useful. Now we have a kind of slow section. We just have to walk and get the flippers. They are on this corner, and we can't get them right away. We have to do some backtracking. So whatever, we're gonna get this weather vane just to warp here later. And hopefully I won't get hit on the way to flippers. Nice. Okay, this is Shady Guy, the fastest NPC in the game. We meet him here. He's gonna run away from the Zoras because he stole something. And now we're gonna walk to the other side of the world, and he will already be there with the jewel he stole completely sold and everything. So he doesn't make any sense, but apparently he has the Pegasus boots, so I guess that makes him fast. We're gonna steal them. We buy the smooth jump. We need it to get flippers. And here's some rupees. They are conveniently in the way, so we just get them.
I have an announcement to make.
Go ahead.
We have just managed to raise $40,000 for Save the Children. Thank you very, very much, guys. So we have a $6 donation from Puppeteer45 that simply says 40K. And then we have a $20 donation from Anonymous saying, hey, Herreteman, thanks for showing us this game. Doing good so far.
Not really.
I think you did okay. And we have a $17 donation from Anonymous that says, you guys are a beacon of light among gamers and humanity. The amount of work you put in the marathons is simply astounding. Thank you very much for doing this, and keep those juicy runs coming. Hopefully my paycheck arrives in time. I might be able to chip in on a coin or two.
Okay, while we were reading donations, I got the Pegasus Woods. Oops. So now I can go fast. And here's a skip. You're supposed to go to the stairs, and there's a cutscene, so we're gonna try to skip it. And I failed it miserably. Amazing. Again? Okay. I have to wait for stamina now. Sorry. I didn't have enough stamina. Okay, this run is a train wreck. Sorry. Let's wait for a bit. There we go. We call that fish skip because she eats a fish. And if we trigger the cutscene after this, there will be something really big and invisible just eating a fish. It's pretty funny. Here's Zoran. She's the Zora Queen, but we're not gonna meet her for too long. She's gonna give us the flippers, and we're just gonna go away. We can almost skip the flippers because there's fake flippers here as well as it works like in A Link to the Past. So we can use these fake flippers to get to get to some places. But unfortunately, Swamp Palace is all water, and we need it for that. We're gonna go to the first original dungeon in the game. Original in many quotation marks, of course. It's House of Gales. It's a wind dungeon. We're supposed to use the tornado rod a lot. Ooh, those are monster guards. I'm gonna avoid them. And I'm gonna grab this spot to hit the switch and save a bit of time. And hopefully this room will be okay. Yep. You can hit both of them in a very wide arc. For some reason, the hitboxes in the sword in this game are really good. So you can just spam them. Here's a small time save. I'm gonna wait here and do this. Instead of merging and going all the way, this saves like 4 frames, maybe? I don't know. And if we do this fast enough, we can get on the current while this is playing, so we save a bit of time as well. I'm gonna damage boost through here. And you're normally supposed to have the boomerang or hookshot to get that key, but you can just do this and hold down. Okay, coming up, there's a skip called skip, 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 because it skips a skip that skip the skip. It's a nice tongue twister. I'm not gonna explain it at all because it's pretty fast. So I'm gonna do this. And now I'm gonna damage boost with this bat into the next floor. By the way, dashing is pretty broken in this game. If I do this, I failed it. Never mind. Like this, you can just float. Here's Margomil. He's a new boss compared to A Link to the Past. We're just gonna dance around him and kick him a bit with bombs. He has a few, let's call them floors. It's not really floors, but whatever. They take a bomb and a spin attack, so I'm gonna place a bomb here and spin attack him and just repeat it with good cycles. Okay, I don't have any stamina for bombs now, so I'm gonna try to void out at the perfect time, so I can regain it. Like so. Alright, pretty good Marco Mill. Now, this car container is actually pretty slow to skip it because you have to wait for the pendant to spawn. So I'm just gonna pick it and it's gonna spawn right away. Let's watch our time. Oh, I'm a minute behind. Nice. And now we're gonna do Tower of Hera. Arguably the hardest dungeon in the run and most broken. It has a 2-frame trick that is pretty inconsistent, and hopefully I will get it first try. First we need to actually get there. So in this case the boulders are on a fixed cycle, so if you do it correctly, you don't really have to worry. And now I damage boost through those. And we're out. Caves 2 and 3 are connected and separated by just a small gap. We can actually cross that gap, please. By just running into a wall. For some reason Link is really sticky and sticks to the walls. So I'm gonna use that. That's the gap. I just dash like this, and here we go. We skip the other outside section. So Tower of Hera is a vertical dungeon. It means that it checks what floor you are based on the current height, and that's pretty exploitable. We can use this to get to other floors by just damage boosting to them. You're gonna see it in just a minute. If I can get it, of course. The gimmick of the dungeon is these things that push you upwards. They are pretty neat. We're gonna get this key and then set up for the Tower of Hera escape. Ah, 1 frame late. That's a shame. This is the hardest trick in the run right now. And 1 frame too early. Of course you lose a lot of time in here because you have to wait for stamina anyway. There we go. Third try is pretty good. And now we have to wait 15 seconds. I don't know how much this will be from now, so I'm just gonna wait for it. I didn't wait for far enough, okay. We used to go all the way through the dungeon like this, in out of bounds. We found out that it's pretty slow compared to what I'm doing right now. So, yep. It's not as broken as it used to be. There's still like a million glitches in this dungeon that you can abuse. Classic Zelda flying tiles. They are only in this dungeon, as far as I know. Even with the out of bounds we have here, we can't skip the boss key, but hopefully it's right here, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, coming right ahead is Moldorm. People say that Moldorm looks like a hamburger. It's not true, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to snipe his tail, because it's the fastest way to go. Oh god. Okay, that worked. This fight can get really scary if you mess up the positioning, so I'm glad I got that. This hard container acts like the one in House of Gales, but actually you can just drop down and the pendant will spawn. It saves a bit of time, I think 10 seconds if done perfectly, so it's pretty nice. 31 Hera, that's really bad. Yay. Okay, now we have the 3 pendants, so we can go and get the Master Sword. Classic Zelda stuff. We're gonna walk to Kakariko Village and go to Lost Woods. Master Sword is pretty different here compared to A Link to the Past, where you just have to walk to it. We have a little minigame. Hopefully you can play it with... Whoa, what was that hitbox? I don't know. This game is dumb. Apple? Okay, so we have to follow some ghosts here. They are actually always the same. They move the same, so we just have to walk. We just have to watch one. It's the one that will end up on the right. We just watch where he goes, and we go there. Nice minigame, Nintendo. Okay, he went to the left. Oops. Nice bonk. In this one, we have to avoid these 2 ghosts. They end up on the upper and lower part of the circle, so they are pretty easy to follow as well. If they go up and down, we can just dash, and it saves a bit of time, so hopefully they will do that. Nope. And in this one, it's pretty impossible to follow, so I'm just gonna hold down and hope that I get it. If I had Genie here, he's still missing in action. But if I had him here, I would play some rock, paper, scissors or something. Oh. Sure, go ahead. Hi, Kenny Man? You can use that.
I don't know how much to say, but just seems a little way up there.
Thank you for joining me. Do you know this game?
I've been in it and I watched some speedruns of it. I haven't really kept up with the running scene, but it's really cool. I've seen some really cool tricks in it, so it's been a nice run so far.
I hope so. Laurel is a bit more exciting. We're just gonna have a little bit of downtime between dungeons, but it's basically non-stop action and a lot of skips. I hope you like it later. If you're not keeping up with it, you're gonna be surprised because it's advanced a lot.
Nice.
Okay, we're gonna see both Ravios for the last time here. We're just gonna buy the 2 items we need. Also, if you ask about the boomerang, boomerang is completely useless. We never buy it. I set in 100%, which is pretty boring, and I'm gonna have to learn it because I bet that if I didn't get first try on Hera, I would learn 100%. So you can watch that in the future, I guess. The best thing about this trip to Ravio is that he's going to unlock something called Quick Equip. It's a big deal because it lets us change items without entering the menu. And it lets us do something called Quick Equip Cancelling, or QEC for short. You can pronounce it Kek. It's pretty good. So here, I just change items. It's a lot faster. And now, I skipped going to the castle the first time. So I'm supposed to still meet Zelda, and I'm going to do it here. But it's also on the state of Yuga taking over, I guess. So they are guards, but they're also normal people in Hyrule. We're going to get some weird stuff coming up. Lady Imp is going to come here and greet us. See that we have to go in. And inside the castle, things get pretty strange because we have guards, but we have also some guards in the wall. So they're like clones, I guess. I know. Also, there's some soldiers flying for some reason.
Makes perfect sense.
I mean, they're not gonna bother Impa. Oh, those are monster guards. I don't like them. Now we have to wait. Just for a bit until Impa comes. Wanna play rock, paper, scissors? Rock, paper, scissors?
Okay.
Come on. On shoot.
No.
Shoot is 4.
Oh.
Come on.
Okay. Dude.
Very bad. Sorry. Okay, so now we're gonna meet Zelda, or kind of. Zelda is not there, but we're still gonna talk to her. Link is gonna disappear here because it's supposed to play a cutscene in which the camera goes all places. It pans into Zelda, it moves around the room, but there's no Zelda, so the text is a lot faster. It's pretty nice. Also, Zelda isn't there, as I said. There's something else in her place. Try to guess. It's a guard. And we're gonna get the Pendant of Courage, so now we can go and get the Master Sword. Just kidding. We're just gonna keep going and go fight Yuga in the upper castle. Here's a guard. We just unlock him. And we're gonna see the first instance of Quick Equip Cancelling. I'm gonna kill a guard in an upper place really, really fast. I saw this pretty broken as well. We can just do this instead of merging and going to him. It's pretty fast. Can you please die? Thank you. Okay, here comes one of the easiest out of bounds in the game. It was discovered like day 2. We can just do this. And we're out of bounds. Skipping that room.
Nice.
Thank you. Here's Zelda. We're not gonna see her at any point except here. You guys gonna do some things to her. Mainly turn her into a painting and just run. Just some text. You guys gonna try to stop us with 4 guards, but he doesn't know that we can just dash to them. So, see ya. You can go diagonally on these stairs, but you bonk randomly, so I don't like it. I just go straight. And hopefully I will get some hearts here. Nope. Give me a heart. Fuck you. Sorry. Okay, Yuga 2 is basically Aganim 2. He's gonna split in 3 clones. One of them is real, it's pretty easy to see. It's the one that has fire on the rod. And if he gives us good RNG, we can kill him really, really fast. But if not, we're gonna be here a while. By the way, if we could clip through that Lego wall, we could beat the game really, really, really fast, like 30 minutes fast. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna get first hit here, and hopefully he will move in a predictable manner. Let's see. Come on. Yep. Fast cycle. And just like that, he's dead. Hi, Zelda. So we're done with Hyrule. We're gonna go to Laurel now. The kind of dark world of the game. It's not really the dark world, sorry, for you A Link to the Past fans. It's a different thing, but it works basically the same. There are some portals, and we go through them and go with some dungeons. Brief bitrate, by the way. If you're on lower settings, the stream basically is dead right now.
Yeah. It's a pretty trippy animation.
42, pretty bad. This is just a small cutscene, nothing happens. So if you have any donations, maybe you can read them now.
Yes, indeed, we do have new donations. We have $5 by TinyTim78. He says, "Hi all, just donating as I feel bad every time you say there are no donations. Good luck with the run, and shoutouts to my fellow Scott Fingers, who has just left the hosting station, by the way, and all the other stuff." And we have another $5 by Markilom, who says, "Thanks to ESA community, you make this world better. Also, thanks to all restreams and especially the Russian restream."
Okay, so one of the main selling points of the game is that you can do the dungeons in any order, and that's fake. Sorry. You can't finish the game in any order. You have to beat Thief's Hideout first, and not first, as in not last. And then you unlock the Sun Rod, and you can beat Desert Palace and get pretty bad energy on enemies. Anyway, this is a speedrun, so we can actually finish this in any order. And we're gonna go to Swamp Palace first. If I can get a heart, please. Thank you. Now, Swamp Palace requires to get a big bomb to open it, but pretty recently, the god Bunnyvee found a really good clip for this. Ice Rod was the only not broken rod in the game, but you can just do this now and get into the dungeon.
Nice.
It's a super free trick. If you fail it, you may walk underwater and then you can walk into the door anyway, or you can clip into the wall and just go. You can technically skip the boss here, but I'm super inconsistent with it, so I'm gonna do something different. A big escape that is done here. I get out of bounds here. Now I need a pretty precise position here, so just like that, we activate this. Just for safety, I'm gonna get this heart as well. I don't like doing the boss in such low health. Now we're gonna clip again, not like that, like that. And tornado roar here. Not here, more like here. Now we're on the ceiling, and we can just walk into the arena. Here's Argos. He can go pretty badly because I have low stamina, so hopefully it will be okay. Yeah, I didn't have stamina for that. I have to wait now. I think he's gonna hit me, and that's... Nah. Okay, we're safe. So we can skip some cycles in Argos by hitting him with the Ash Rod. It's pretty convenient. As long as we have stamina as well. And I'm gonna skip the hard container here. It's my normal hard route. I hope it doesn't come later and bite me in the ass by dying. If I die, this run is pretty much over, because I have to rebuy all the items and I don't have any money. So Desert Palace is pretty much at the side of this dungeon, so we're gonna do that next. I have very little time to explain it, so I'm just gonna do it now. The boss in Desert Palace is on a different place, on Lorul actually. So from the start, people started theorizing about getting into the arena and fighting the boss pretty fast. And it happened. It's the thing that made me actually learn this game. Then in SCDQ 2014, Thunder God ran this game and revealed that he found a way to skip the boss entirely, making the route extremely fast for many reasons that I will explain later. But then people found a way to never enter the desert, called Desert Skip. It was a fair imperfect trick that sucked a lot. And more recently, we found an even better way to do Desert Skip. So Desert Palace is not really Desert Palace, it's more like Swamp Palace 2, or Misa y Maya, depending on how you build it. Okay, I'm gonna use the ice rod again to clip here, hopefully. Not there. I failed it, nice. There, and now I go up. Marcus, please. Thank you. And I can fire rod here in a specific position to get out of bounds and just walk into the arena.
Is there an item in the game you can't use to get out of bounds?
Boomerang, for example. And just like that, I skip the boss.
Nice.
Fun fact about the boss, on low percent, which sucks a lot on this game, don't ever try it, you can't damage the boss in any way except for sword beams. So you have to stand up there and try to snipe him for about 8 minutes. It's super fun. I think basically one person did a run of it, and that's Zahir. Shoutouts to Zahir. So now we have a choice, basically. We can go to Skullwoods, we can go to Ice Palace, we can go to Dark Palace. I'm gonna go to Skullwoods, it's just preference. Mainly because I have full health here and I need to damage boost through some stuff. Skullwoods is pretty much glitchless, so if you have any donations, there will be nothing interesting happening. You're supposed to be able to beat this dungeon without any item, but it's pretty useful to have the lantern, and it's supposed to be kind of a lantern dungeon. Nice bonk. The main gimmick of this dungeon is that there's a handmaster that will slam us down in a bit. I think it's like maybe 10 seconds, something like that, until he slams us. And if he grabs us, we go to the entrance of the dungeon, or the last entrance we used. So it's pretty slow, but I can just damage boost through that, or damage him and then get through him pretty fast. And here I'm gonna skip a cycle by merging here. You get a little hop when you unmerge, so you can just barely make that. Little optimization here. I'm gonna hookshot, and I didn't want to get hit, but whatever. I'm gonna get some health later. Quick equip cancelling with the hammer is pretty hilarious because it has a lot of lag, so it looks really, really fast. And if you do it correctly, there's no effects at all. Oh god. Okay, thank you. I need some health for the next room. It can go pretty badly.
So how big of a risk is it dying in this route? Like, is it dangerous run in that regard? Is it easy to lose runs to dying?
If you go completely yellow, yes, you're gonna die. I got good RNG here, so hopefully, nope. And I stop. This room is pretty bad. Depending on the enemy positions, you can lose a lot of time. It was my B anyway. I'm gonna wait for the wall master. Okay. You're supposed to move some statues here, but you can just activate that and tornado route up to it. And here, hopefully, this wall master won't miss the switch. He does it sometimes and loses a lot of time. Okay, thank you. Oh, nice monster tail. Those lose time, obviously, and they are not useful.
I don't even remember what they're used for.
Potions, mainly. You can also sell them for, I think, 3 rupees each. I know. There's a fast strat in this room, but if I go too fast, I lose time. I can do this and fail it. Nice. Thank you. And now I can void out of this.
The skid is pretty powerful.
What?
The skid when you stop the dash.
I didn't stop the dash, you just dash to it. You don't have to you don't have to actually cancel the dash there. Okay, I'm really low on health, so I'm gonna grab some hearts here. In a normal route or normal run on PvPs maybe, I wouldn't do that. And here's a trick called eyeball duplication. You're supposed to get 2 eyeballs here, but of course you can duplicate it by grabbing it right when it's about to start or when it's about to activate it. You can just go here and place it again. It's not a hard trick, but I don't know why it's possible, why you can grab the eyeball midair. And we're gonna go to the boss, Knuckle Master. Knuckle Master is, oops, I can barely see my screen right now, so sorry. Knuckle Master is pretty annoying and he takes a lot of hits, but hopefully he's so strong he can punch us through a wall. And hopefully we're gonna get that. Just like that.
That's a nice trick.
That's 2 bosses skipped in a row. I hope you like that because we're gonna get another one. That skip was found on day 1, by the way. Shoutouts to, I think Greenalink found it. Greenalink is around here. I'm probably wrong, but whatever. Shoutouts to Greenalink.
He's found a lot of stuff in 3DS games.
Okay, we're gonna go to Ice Palace now. Ice Palace is another vertical dungeon. Like Tower of Hera, it's really, really broken. But I've been failing the skip for it a lot, so hopefully this will go well.
Is there any dungeon in this game that isn't completely broken?
I mean, we just skip a boss, but the rest of the dungeon was pretty much glitchless. And that dungeon actually could be skipped a lot in a minute. Not a minute, like the painting is in a different area, so we could actually completely skip it by just going out there, but there's no way to do it, unfortunately. So I just skipped basically a lot of backtracking by doing that. I didn't explain it because I was trying to justify that some dungeons are not broken. And here's a really long autoscroller, so you can read donations now if there's any.
We indeed have a donation right now by Anonymous. $5 which just says, ESA, you A-okay.
Great job. Oops. That's bad. Okay, now I have to wait for the cycle again. Did I mention that this run is pretty bad?
You're doing fine.
Nah. As long as I can sub 130.
You got this, man.
Thank you. I don't know why I failed that. Sorry. Oof. I'm gonna go left instead of risking it. Did I pick up a monster tail before? Yep,
Yeah.
I did. Okay, I didn't want to lose time, but it was tempting. We're finally coming to the end of the cave, hopefully, if I don't mess up again. Yay! We didn't fall off again. Great job. So, Ice Palace. Or Ice Ruins, actually. It's not Palace. It has an elevator coming from all the floors, and we can use that to clip out of bounds. So if I can get that super fast, it would be nice. I didn't. Come on.
You got this.
Yay, we're out of bounds. So now I'm gonna go here and drop down on the boss arena. There's no boss here, but his hitbox is there. So, okay, he didn't die apparently. And now he's dead. We don't really know why the boss is actually there and you can damage him, but it happens. This game is pretty nice. Oh, this is Rosso. We didn't meet him. We meet him once. He gives us the power gloves, so he's basically the worst sage in the game. If you like Rosso, you have really bad opinions. Okay, and now it's time for, let's say, the only completely glitchless dungeon in some way. It's Dark Palace. You normally have to do a maze that is a kind of stealth minigame, but of course we can skip it. Because why not? Okay, there's some chompers right outside this place. We can use that to not actually clip out of bounds, but boost us in a pretty weird way. Hopefully he will give us good RNG. Please, turn around. Just like that, we're out of bounds, and we can just walk to the end.
Nice.
You're probably not gonna see anything. Dark Palace is, as its name implies, pretty dark. But whatever. Bear with me, there's some stuff I'm working on. Okay, we're gonna get this key while placing a bomb, and hopefully we'll get to the door in time. No. I'm so sorry. I don't really need health in this dungeon, so falling down is not a big deal. But it looks bad, so that's not a hammer. That's a hammer. As I said, this dungeon is completely glitchless, so you can read donations if you want.
Alright, we have one donation right now from... Oh wait, I need to get used to this button. Excuse me. So we have one donation from, I think this is called, he's called Jin. $5, he says, I have to work and I can't stop watching. Send help. Well, I know that feeling.
Okay, now we've opened up all the, let's call it light beams. It's like, they're like windows, but the light doesn't come from there. I don't know where it comes from. Come on. Now we can go to the basement and actually fight the boss. Nice. You're supposed to go to the right and then merge into a wall to activate that, but you can just hit it from below because Ice Rod is a pretty good design item. Oh, I don't have stamina. Okay, coming up is Gemasaur. Gemasaur sucks. I hate him. He's the worst boss in the game, basically because of RNG. And hopefully he won't troll me too much. I placed 3 bombs there preemptively, so I can hit him pretty fast. And now I want him to attack me. If he doesn't attack me, I'm gonna lose a lot of time. Thank you. Now he goes berserk. We have to light the torches in the room so we can hit him. Oh god. This is a pretty bad position, but he's attacking, so that's okay. I can finish him fast. Thank you. I'm gonna get the heart container here, just for safety. It's slow, but I mean, it's worth it. And we rescue Golly, best character in the game, reminder. It's also Bunny B's favorite stage, for many reasons. Mainly the text boxes coming up. Shoutouts to the 7 sages. Now, you're supposed to go to Hyrule and then go to another portal in Laurel to get to another dungeon. But between this dungeon and Turtle Rock, there's only one ledge separating the zones. And you can use that to get out of bounds, of course. So it's faster to do it now. Turtle Rock used to be the worst dungeon in the game, but now it's pretty cool.
So which dungeon is the worst one now?
Hera. Hey, nice horn. I got bad RNG and they were on the way, so let's get this fast. I didn't. Thank you. Now we're on a ledge. I can just go to Turtle Rock. You're supposed to save 4 turtles to get to Turtle Rock, but of course we can skip that. By using a pretty dumb glitch called animation storage, I'm gonna come here, swim into this, and hold B. And the next time I touch something, I will have the animation to get up stored. So I can just do this. Pretty nice trick.
Really nice.
I'm gonna get some health just for safety. Turtle Rock is pretty fast now, so no time to explain, basically. We had one frame trick to skip the boss key, found by, well, we call it Biskip, in honor of Biskip. Shoutouts to Biskip. But now we have a really, really cool trick that does basically the same, but looks a lot nicer, and it's a lot easier. We're gonna use young Wheezy here. Here he is. We're gonna wait for him. Stand here. He will shoot. We can do this. And just clip up. Shoutouts to Bunny B for funding that. People used to hate this game just because this skip didn't exist. And now people are coming back to it just because we have that really cool trick. I like it a lot. This is Greenix. I hate him. And hopefully he will give me good RNG. What happened? Okay, Greenix phase 2 is the bad part. He can do 3 attacks. He can explode, he can rotate, or he can just try to bite me. And I want him to try to bite me all the time. Hopefully that will happen.
Oh,
Apparently Ginny is here now. If you want to come, Ginny, you can go. Okay, that was pretty good. He only tried to explode once. But I'm pretty low on health, so I'm gonna get the heart container as well.
you're late.
Hi, Ginny. Watch out. You're just in time to commentate the part you don't know about.
Yo, sorry about that.
Why do you have your 3DS in Japanese, by the way? Are you a Wii?
Why I have a Japanese 3DS?
Yep.
When I got it off my friend, it was a Japanese one. He originally got it because Smash 3DS.
Oh,
Oh, so he wanted to
Makes
get in
sense.
early into the game.
okay. It didn't really bother me, so whatever. We have one dungeon left. It's Thief's Hideout. I said earlier that you can do Thief's Hideout last, and there's many reasons for that. Mainly that you get the Sun Rod that you're supposed to use to beat Desert Palace. But as you saw, I didn't even enter the desert, so I didn't need the Sun Rod, and I can just beat this last. It's gonna have some pretty interesting effects, but the dungeon is basically glitchless for many reasons I'm gonna explain. You can read some donations if you want.
Did they hear us?
Yes, they do. Do you hear us? They can. Okay. Thank you. First room in the game is pretty boring. There's some statues, and we have to move them. It takes a lot of time, but it's required for different reasons.
I'm still mind boggled how you people actually know how to run the game can switch so fast with the fast switch.
It's basically practice, I know. It's kind of a tech skill barrier to change it so fast, but it's pretty nice to have that in a speed game. Okay, instead of going to that door, I'm gonna keep moving some statues to do something pretty cool. I mean, it makes sense. I don't know why it got past the QA testers, because it's something that someone at Nintendo probably thought of this and didn't bother to change it. I'm gonna use this here. Hopefully I will get the fast setup. Nope. Just barely. I have to grab the statue on the upper part. Just like that. And now I'm out of bounds and changing floors constantly for no reason at all. I'm gonna activate this to open that door. And go here. Dash, and we're at the mid boss. That out of bounds saves 2 seconds. You're welcome. Yo, good RNG.
Yeah, that looked pretty good actually.
They all woke up at the same time, which is pretty good. They can sometimes troll you and save and lose like 10 seconds per cycle. Now we're gonna meet the bad part of the dungeon. I mean, all the dungeon is pretty bad, but this is typical. We have to escort her out of the dungeon.
Yeah, and generally escort missions in these kind of games can get kind of, yeah.
This is supposed to mirror the Thieves Town on Link to the Past, where you actually have to escort a girl that turns out to be the boss. This is not the case in this game, sorry. We all hate Thief Girl a bit, actually, because she's the only reason we can't skip this dungeon. The painting is in another house out of this dungeon, so we try to clip into that. There's no loading zone, please. Can you? Okay. We try to clip into that house. There's no way to do it, or there's a way to do it, but it's worth nothing. Then we try to clip into the boss arena. You can do that actually, but the boss doesn't spawn, so you have to just escort Thief Girl through all the dungeon. It's pretty bad. Hopefully one day we will skip this because it saves. I mean, the dungeon is about 9 minutes long, so it's a pretty good time save. There's not much to talk about other than how much I hate Thief Girl, so read some donations if you want.
Yeah, we do have a donation by Kill Church, who says, "You may think the mistakes make the run look bad, but I assure you, from this side, it still looks phenomenal. Keep up the good work, and thank you, ESA. Love from America." Thank you, Kill Church. Love from Europe to you.
Thank you. There's a pretty much frame perfect trick here called the Ben Stephens drop. It saves no time, but hopefully I will get it. Almost. Nice. You can drop there in the cutscene. It's not worth going for, actually. It doesn't save any time, but it looks nice. I'm gonna try to snipe this. Hey, I got it. Okay. The reason we have to complete the dungeon, or not the dungeon, this room, the statue room, is because if we didn't do it, the door would be shut and we couldn't get past it, or not past it with Thief Girl, which is the important part. We're finally at the end of the dungeon, kinda. The door closes and we need to go up here to get the boss key. I can get it a bit faster by doing this. Pretty smart.
It's the best item of the game, hands down.
Fire Rod is more broken in my opinion. Or whatever. So we enter the boss arena with Thief Girl, which activates Stallblind. Stallblind doesn't really like the hammer, so we're gonna use it on him.
Oh.
Yeah, you can do that. But more importantly, hammer hits him twice for 8 damage, I think. So you can just spam it inside him and tank the hits. Wow, nice fail. Can you please die? I don't have any stamina, whatever. That was pretty bad. So that's Thief's Hideout. As I said, you can't finish this last in a normal playthrough, but doing so makes it, we'll see in a bit actually, it's gonna be a little bit better to explain. So when you finish all the dungeons, you have rescued all the sages, you get a cutscene in which you go up a stair and get the Triforce of Courage. But in this dungeon, we get an extra, let's say, cutscene, because Ostfala is going to give us the Sun Rod. And that overrides the Triforce of Courage cutscene, so we can just walk out of it. The hitboxes for the stairs are still there, so you can climb up there, and it's pretty cool because you can see anything. Here's Ostfala, worst sage in the game, behind Rosso, not Rocco. He's gonna talk about a lot of things, but nothing makes sense. We just want this Sun Rod, and we walk out of it. And now we can go and beat the game, going to Laurel Castle.
You probably mentioned it early in the run, but thanks to the early glitches in the run, which let you rent items early, you don't have the gauge on screen.
The stamina bar, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna save here, just for safety.
that's probably a good idea.
By the way, you can clip into that door early. There's no loading zone. This game is pretty solid when it wants to. I'm gonna save here just because the final boss is pretty scary. Why not take a break? Wanna take a break?
No, I don't think we're here for breaks.
Okay. Laurel Castle is supposed to be a pretty long dungeon because there's trials. If you have ever watched Zelda Speedrun, you know that if there's trials, we can skip them. So we're gonna do just that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can just keep it in
Nice.
a corner.
Shoutouts to at least my favorite song of the game.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Okay, there are some different setups now for trial skip. There used to be a normal bomb one that was frame perfect depending on your position, but I'm gonna use another setup that is pretty nice to see. So we go here.
Oh yeah, this.
I thought I dodged it. No problem. Never mind. For some reason I got stuck there. We're just gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna get this big bomb, put it somewhere around here. That should work. And now, if I can get the position. Nice, we're out of bounds.
That setup is really hard. So
Nope.
it
It's pretty easy. The old one is hard. This one is position based, so it's pretty consistent.
When was this new setup found? Because I remember when a ham plan was messing with it, and he lost so many runs to, I assume, the old setup. Because wow.
I know. This is Yuganon. He's pretty scary. He hits for a lot of hearts, and I don't want to get hit, so I'm gonna be a bit safe. A lot of runs die here. You have to hit him 64 times because we have level 1 Master Sword. So it's kinda long if you don't get it fast. Oh, this is the worst attack. It deals 5 hearts of damage. I wanna dodge it every time. Wow, he's spamming it. And I got hit. No! Oh god. No. This is gonna be pretty tight. Okay, he can do this and lose a lot of time. So hopefully he won't do it again. I'm gonna be kind of safe. because dying to Ganon is embarrassing on a marathon, even. Oof. Oh no!
That's super unfortunate, man.
As I said, Ganon is really, really hard, and I didn't want to die to him, but I did. So this one is officially bad. And it's probably not sub 130. Which is nice because it means I'm learning Oracle of Seasons later this year. We're just gonna do that over again. Oh, that. I know I'm failing the QCs. Okay, hopefully this will go as fast as the first time. That's not a hook shot. I didn't jump, apparently. Okay. And I'm gonna be safe here. I'm gonna get some fairies here just to be at full health. It's embarrassing, but whatever. This one is already dead. Come on. 127. If I get a pretty good fight now, I may be behind. I mean, I won't get past my estimate. Okay, take two. Let's focus. Pretty good so far. Now we don't have 5 hearts for an attack, so it's a lot easier. We're almost done. Come on. There we go.
He was very nice to you in the end, I feel. With the pattern. He did the same move, like, literally 90%.
I guess so. Whatever. Second phase is a lot easier. It's just some tennis. Shoutouts to Zelda tennis, the best way to end a run. So Yugaran goes into a wall. He realizes that if he's in a wall, we can't hit him. So Zelda is gonna say, fuck you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna invent a bow of light that can shoot when you are merged into walls. Why? Because it's a video game. Who cares about logic? So this is the only weapon that can kill you, Ganon. Thanks Zelda for inventing it out of thin air. And now we have to dodge some butterflies. I'm gonna merge here to get a good position for second phase, or second cycle rather. It's a bit faster, but it's still easy. I could do a Spanish joke here, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Who cares? Toro! Haha, funny. And Yuanon is basically dead. We can just dodge some birds, and the third hit is just mashing B. Not doing anything. And now to end it, we have to do 360 no scope. Shoutouts to old memes. And just like that, Yuganon is dead. And we're overestimate. I'm so sorry. Okay, we still have a small scene before the end. Hopefully I won't die there. This one is pretty bad, but I have never died walking to Triforce. Maybe it could happen, and we could mercy kill this.
Who knows? At this point, I mean...
Okay, so we are in some place where the Triforce is. Because why not? And we have to walk to it and examine it. Pretty hard, I know. Okay, I still have a possibility to die here. Just kidding. And time. I'm really sorry. That was a pretty bad run.